My name is Rafael de Concha. I'm a philosopher and a lawyer here in Brazil, and I represent to you my works on the past years concerning the philosophical field. So, since I finished my bachelor on philosophy and finish also a master on philosophy, a strict sensu research on the University of São Paulo here in Brazil. I started to write in in a free way, a lot of issues, philosophical issues, and the result of these tests are in these books here. So we can see that there's a order not in the development of the tests and the thinking, but there is a order that I structured. First, a book that I call it Fragments. That is this book, right? Here I talk about reason, freedom, creation, death, time, love, language, politics, God, rhetoric, truth, technology. In tests that are more free, I do not necessarily refer to a philosopher, even that I use, of course, what I learned with the philosophers, but here is more authorial, it's more myself. A second book is Filosofia Antiga, that concerning the ancient philosophy. I hope that I can translate this to English as soon as possible. And here we will have Heraclitus, Plato, Aristoteles, and Sixth Empiric. I don't know how to say this word in English yet, but it's a skepticism. The third book is Philosophy and the Modernity, Modern Philosophy, and here I will bring my research on the university and other tests concerning ethics, law, politics, nature and culture, freedom, power, justice, state, human, and critics. Of course, modern philosophy, so you will find here Hobbes, Kant, Hegel, Diderot, Rousseau, and others. And these three books are followed by the politics in Brazil. All these books are in Portuguese language. I hope to translate soon. But politics in Brazil, you will find issues like Brazil culture, elections, politics in Brazil, strategy, communication, technology, psychology, power, revolution. So it's about the political scenario here in Brazil. These first four books you also can find, that are pocket books, you also can find in this version that is the result of these four books, but in another format, right? And we have a second a sphere that I works with sovereignty and human rights, right? So here also Diderot, Rousseau, Kant, Hegel, Arendt, Freud, right. History, war, communism, capitalism, totalitarianism, empire, revolution, politics, law, ethics, justice, liberty, and power. So, sovereignty and human rights. And after this, we have the legal philosophy. Legal philosophy, Socrates, Aristotle, Hobbes, Locke, Kant, Kelsen. And the second sphere of the work that, how I said before, is these two books, right? So the first one, Sovereignty and Human Rights, and the second one, Philosophy of Law, Legal Philosophy. And in this book of legal philosophy, Socrates, Aristotle, Hobbes, Locke, Kant, Kelsen, Reale, and I, legal philosophy in the ancient philosophy, in the modern philosophy, in the contemporary philosophy. Right? These two books are also in Portuguese, and there is another version. These two books are inside Philosophy 2, that is a book like this. And third sphere is concerning these three books that together will constitute the philosophy 3. I don't have the number 2 and 3 here now. This is the number 1, but it's like this, the edition, right? A standard edition in paperback. So this book, Education, Logic, Science and Technology, and Moral Systems. So we can find here since issues on God to issues on logic and Masons, right? And education. This other book is concerning my works in the literary field, so some poems and tales, a lot of tales. It's also in Portuguese. All these books are in Portuguese. I hope that someday I can translate to English. And here in this book we can find the following literary stars. Estreia, Salakoff, confesso que cometi crime, Tempo e Amor, A Morte da Morte, A Festa, e outros contos e poesias. And the last book is concerning self-knowledge, so life and psychism, auto-knowledge and auto-development. Here you will find tests on philosophy, psychology, psychoanalysis, Orientalism, the Eastern philosophy, right? Self-knowledge, self-help, death, sex, conditionings, right? So it's a book that is a self-knowledge book, but with the perspective of a philosopher, right? And these three books together is the edition, philosophy number 3, the standard edition. So all these books are the result of my work on philosophy in the past 2 decades, or since I born, right? And I did a first version then of these books, but not in the pocket edition, but in the standard one. So when I revise the test, when I revise, I do not delete anything, I just add things, right? Even if I think that is wrong, I explain why it's wrong. So the second edition I did this, and the books came with more tests, and these are the result of the third edition. So from the first edition, I don't know, maybe 10 years. So it's the work of my life that I will develop until I die. Simple as that. You are welcome to came and see the books, read the books, discuss the books. I will love discuss the issues of these books with the persons. So before I forget, a last thing on my works, that is, you can find part of the first editions available in public domain, and the second edition I think that you also can find in public domain, but the third edition, this one that has new tests, right, and a revision of the past editions. This new edition yet is not in public domain, but you can find online in my website to read online, or you can buy this in the Amazon of the United States.